Lizzy and Harry, do they care for the other? I got a call from the office saying I had meeting with staff. I woke up at 5 a.m. with the alarm still beeping in the middle of my call. I had already snoozed it a dozen times now. Harry is home. Looks like he's already off the bed. Coffee should have been ready by now. Cappuccino is his favorite. The frothy cream is what entices him every time I serve the drink on the table. There must be a croissant by the side of cappuccino, which has been his French dinner style accustomed to in the last 4 years. I have seen him dipping the French croissant in the drink before digging in, and mostly he loves eating alone. I felt my heart beating fast deep inside, fearing I wouldn't be able to attend the office meeting at the promised time. It had already begun, and I'm exasperated at ever missing the deal which all of us and Jason Solutions have been eager about for a week now. But yes, I think I was damn lucky that there's still time to reach the office and let the meeting to be held in my presence. I have to prepare a frothy breakfast for Harry so he's filled and not complaining with hunger. At the same time, I'm to begin the meeting by 6 a.m. If I don't start in 10 minutes, I might be late in no time. My spirit was compelling me to hurry. Will I consider the meeting or Harry's stand on me setting the breakfast table for him? Both look like tossing a head or a tail equally important. I hurriedly ordered breakfast on Uber Eats. That satisfied my job of completing the breakfast preparation for Harry. I rarely do it. He usually enjoys home cooked food, freshly prepared, but he is okay with it too on my coaxing and fretting, which he frowns badly about. Do I have a choice to make it between the two? Especially choosing the second, leaving the home duties off and hurrying up to the meeting. Hey, yes, I'm happy I'm there to answer my business deal on time. All the staff stood up for me in greeting. I'm happy I convinced Harry to eat Uber Eats, my all time favorite, for it is easy to order than cook. But Harry barely understands this point that it's time consuming to cook at home and makes it a challenge for those working women out there. How comforted I felt once I reached the office for the meeting. I didn't mean to put Harry into inconvenience, but I couldn't at all help. If we missed deals, we wouldn't have money for our luxuries, be it expenses for food or money that goes into our own flat installments. Harry doesn't have the inner desire to live a lavish life, but I do. I wanted all the exuberance when it came to life's greatest monetary treasures ever since my college life. What does Harry think? Of course, I married him for his simplicity and kind heartedness, but I must say he's always occupied at eating and reading his favorited books and PDFs on the apps he's fond of. I would have deserted reading forever if I read like him. Anyway, the meeting began and I stopped thinking about home after I left the journey to office. I cracked the deal, and all the staff congratulated me on setting a new milestone in business venturing. It was most satisfying for me than any other most excited and intriguing action I could ever do in the whole world. Immediately, I rushed to the telephone to share the happy news with my mother. She was quite elated to get the news. I got the usual blessing from her saying, "Stay blessed." It was not extraordinary to receive such a reaction from a mother, but it gave me a rise in the dopamine. Harry won't listen at all. He's a steadfast tech buff and wouldn't separate himself from the computer. It is the latest version of iPad he got as a gift from his office colleagues for the wedding anniversary. He jumped at the offer, but least did he relent at the newly gained business deal. Finally, after sinking in the feeling of the big news, I finished office until late evening. I left home and relaxed at the spa just before that. At home in the kitchen, I prepared the best strawberry filled chocolate mousse and offered to Harry. How nicely he winked at the dish. He couldn't wait to devour it. But oh my god, what a surprise for me. He wanted to know what the surprise was for. I narrated all about the deal and what happened in the morning. He appealed an excuse which I immediately did. But oh my, he left the room with the dish in hand. What could I do? Whom shall I share the happy moment with? Harry looks like he's quite reserved at sharing feelings. Is this that I can imagine? I kept the happiness for myself and left home for my friend's house, which is just 100 meters away. We played snookers and discussed over it. She asked me for a bigger celebration once I got the money from the deal. I said yes. We ate the most together. She said the sweet was absolutely nice and perfectly made. The compliment is not new to me. She ever does it. It has been a week and the day arrived for the big treat. I took my friend to a four-star hotel and ordered a cup of rich cappuccino to go with chocolate croissants, a brownie. I made it sure to eat a blueberry ice cream that Lily loved. She said, it's wonderful to have a friend like Lizzie who has offered lots of love and treat at the same time. If Harry heard this, what might he think? Will this at least move his heart to the least? But deep in his heart, does he love Lizzie?